I first became an awe junkie when I was 4 years old. I had a near-death experience. It was a near-death drowning in a lake. And I'd ran in after my dad. He went running and jumping in the water. My mom was distracted with my siblings on the shore. And I went running out and into the water. And because it was a boat dock area, the shore dropped off very quickly. And I was suddenly in, completely over my head. And I didn't know how to swim yet. I actually didn't even know what swimming was. But instinctually I knew if I could just touch the bottom of the sandy surface, which just seemed a few inches below, I could push myself up or raise my head up to breathe the air. But I didn't know how to make my body do this. So helplessly I just bobbed in the water. Suddenly my eyes caught sight of the sunlight coming down through the water. It was one of those ridiculously beautiful sunny days. And you know how that just dazzles and sparkles and is mesmerizing. And as I stared and stared at it, I became completely relaxed in my body, became completely peaceful. And it was as if I started to merge with that sunlight, as if there were no separation, no boundaries between me and that sunlight, as if I became one with that sunlight. And then this extended out into the lake, where I started to feel one with the movement of the lake. It was as if the sunlight and me and the lake were all these just moving bits of energy all connected together. And then I felt this profound love and gratitude towards my family on the shore. And this extended into my town, where I felt the same feeling. And then all at once, it's as if I felt completely connected and one with everything that existed. That as if everything was a part of me and I was a part of everything else. Now, at 4 years old, we don't really know what death is. We don't really know what life is. I certainly didn't know what being one with everything was. But without words, without cognitive understanding, my entire being experienced this. I was later told that someone saw the ponytail on the top of the surface of the lake, and I was rescued just in time. And so that I could still be here a few decades later, experiencing fun on this planet. But not before I got to experience these profound, mystical moments that would change my life forever. We've all had this opportunity sometimes to glimpse beyond the veil of the ordinary world into something extraordinary, into the extraordinary mysteries that life has. There we connect and merge with forces greater than ourselves. Like terror, like wonder, like love, like oneness, like empathy. This near-death experience certainly would change how I would see the world, how I would understand the world. I became obsessed with questions. Like, what is life? What is death? What is it to be a human being? What are all these human beings doing? How can I experience that thing I felt in the lake? How could I talk to other people about it? Are they experiencing? What was that all about? This allowed me to start to observe and understand that there are three great forces to tap into in life that can transport us. And there's a trilogy of forces together that are extremely powerful, that take us somewhere larger than our small, ordinary self. And these three great forces that I observed, the first one is the power of our human emotions, the truth and the curiosity to embrace fearlessly our positive and especially our negative emotions. And the second great force is that feeling of awe, that feeling of, for me, being on a small blue dot, this beautiful planet hurling through space amongst billions and billions of galaxies for a short period of time. And the third great force to connect to is empathy. It's hearing the call to be of service to others, to make the world a better place. I've had the opportunity in my work over the last 3 decades to help people and to observe people connect to these great forces. I've done over 30,000 sessions working with creative artists on a world stage, helping them navigate their personal and professional creative lives. They've created the songs and the stories and the films that have moved millions of us, that allow us to move up out of our bad mood or a sad mood or our bored mood into laughter, to awe, to beauty, into understanding ourselves, understanding others in a better way, acceptance. Every single time that these people have faced the blank page, they face terror, because they don't want to do something in the same way that they ever did it before. They want to do something completely different. They have to face the terror of the blank page. And then every single time I watch them create one of these remarkable works of art, they also really wanted to affect at least one person in a genuine, meaningful way. And then all of them are awe junkies. They all experience awe on a regular basis and make a point of it. So in being able to observe these people, I've been able to watch and understand, like, okay, in order to do that, maybe we can all do that. In order to create genuine impact to one person, to 100 people in our community, or to millions of people, we always have to touch these three great forces, this trilogy of great forces. And it's in that place that we are lifted and transcended to this nexus, this divine nexus of humility and confidence. And it's at that nexus of humility and confidence that I've always seen great things be born. I'd love to take you on a little taste of these three great forces. And so if you all close your eyes for a moment, please. First thing is I'd love for you to experience in your body some memory of awe. Some memory of being out in the stars under the desert, or at the edge of a canyon, sunset, or your own experience with terror. And just feel that sense of awe in your body. Not just in your mind, but feel it in your body. Feel it in your belly, in your heart. And have that awe move down into your legs and out through your arms. So your entire being feels it in your body, feels the sensation of awe. Now set that aside just for a second, and then feel that second fear, that idea of your powerful emotion of fear. Like, think of a time when you have faced the blank page of something, where you've been terrified, sense of dread, and just feel that. Be fearless about embracing that fear. Be fearless about it. Just feel it in your body. Feel your heart pound. Feel it in your belly, a sense of the unknown, the uncertain, not sure how things are going to work out. We've all experienced that many times. And feel that in your body again. Feel the power of that human emotion. And set that aside just for a second. And then feel in your body that idea of being of service, that feeling of empathy for others, that desire, that innate desire that we all have to move someone, just one person that you love, that incredible desire to move them in a genuine, impactful way. And feel that in your body. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to go and we're going to combine these. Go back to the awe. Feel that feeling of awe in your body. Feel that incredible sense of vastness. And then feel the fear that you felt, that powerful human emotion. Feel that. And then quickly go to the empathy, to the call of being of service, of desire to move one person. And I'm going to ask you to kind of swirl these around. So you're starting to feel each one. Feel the awe, feel the fear, feel the empathy, the service. And then see if you can feel them more and more quickly until you actually just feel all of them at once, all three of them. Now open your eyes, please. I hope you had a little bit of taste. This is something that you can do for a much longer period of time. Any time that you're in a sad mood, a bad mood, you want to create something, just tap into these three great forces. And hopefully you felt a sense of peace, a sense of, the miracle and the fragility of life here on the planet, a little bit of similarity of what I felt in that lake. And I've been enchanted with light ever since that sunlight. And I've had the opportunity in the last several years of working at Illuminate with Ben, and where we're trying to create transformational works of public art. So please enjoy this 84-second video.
We are all made of light, and all life on our small blue ball is its creation. From the tiniest single cells to the mightiest forests. It is our mother and protector. Light is hope. Light is love. Light is energy. No wonder we're drawn to its power. We speak of the light in your eyes. You're the light of my life. The fire inside. We sing you are my sunshine and this little light of mine. We have bright ideas, brilliant ones. Flashes of inspiration, and when we spread understanding, we illuminate. And what do we call the highest state of being? Enlightenment. Light is the first and the last art form. Our goal is to do nothing less than alter the arc of human history through the creation of transformational works of public art. We are Illuminate.